and welcome to Yogalates. We're going to be doing a mixture of flexibility, mobility and strength, and a little bit of balance as well in this session. Just before we start though, make sure you've got lots of space around you, that you're not going to hit into any obstacles, sofas, wardrobes, anything. Just make sure that you've got lots of space around you just before we start, and also that you've got no underlying health conditions or injuries that could be made worse throughout the class. Obviously there's lots of different options. Do what's best for your body today. Most importantly, you can feel free to pause the video at any point as well if you need to do so. So let's get started. So from here, so I hope you can see me okay. We're going to start off with our feet together. We're going to take them out into a little pizza shape. And then we're just going to allow those heels just to join. So our feet are now going to be hip width apart. So our feet are nice and in line. Just checking those toes in line so we can have those hips facing forward. We've got a nice soft bend into those knees. We're going to roll those shoulders up towards the ears and drop them down. So just imagine that you've got pockets into your upper back. And we're just going to slide those shoulder blades into those pockets so the shoulders are down, away from the ears, and we're opening out through that chest. Lovely. So we're going to place one hand onto our chest, one hand onto our tummy, and we're going to take an in-breath through the nose, and we'll feel our chest rise as our tummy rises. As we exhale through the nose, we'll feel our tummy soften, our chest soften. So just creating that flowing breath, inhaling through the nose, breathe into the chest. Direct that breath deep into the tummy. Exhaling through the nose, tummy softens, chest softens. So just flowing with that breath, just allow the air to flow in and out, just like the tide in the sea. Let all other thoughts just float away. Bring your attention to that breath. One more time, just like this, taking that nice gentle inhale. Feel the chest rise, the tummy rise. Exhale, release. Release those arms down by the sides of the body. And again, take that inhale. Exhaling, release. Lovely. Let's interlock through those fingers together. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to bring those hands towards the heart. As we exhale, we're going to push those hands down, away from the body. Inhale, let's reach up towards the sky. Exhale, separate the hands, circle them down. And again, let's take that in breath. Reach those hands up towards the heart. Exhale, push them down, away from the body. Inhaling, let's reach towards the sky. Exhale, circle them round. Last time, just like this, in your own breathing rate. Let's take that inhale and reach towards the heart. Exhaling, releasing down. Inhaling, lifting up towards the sky. And exhaling round. Again, let's just circle those shoulders, open through that chest. Get that nice deep breath. One more time, just like this. And then remember those pockets into our upper back. Our shoulder blades are just going to slide in there. We're opening through the chest. And then we're going to take an in-breath. We're going to slide those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, drop them down, release. And again, let's slide those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, drop, release down. And again. So it's good just to remind our shoulders, remind our neck that it's okay to relax, to release any tension, because you can hold a lot of tension here. Exhale, release down. Lovely. From here, we're going to look at our neck. We're going to take an in-breath in the center, our chin's onto a windowsill so that gaze is forward. We're going to turn our head across to one side. Inhale, return to center. Exhale towards that opposite side. So just floating from side to side with your own breath, your own breathing rate. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. And notice if you feel a difference between the two sides. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Both is fine. Sometimes one side needs a little bit more length than the other. Last time on this side. And then we return back to the center. And we're going to drop the chin towards the chest. And we're going to paint a circle. We're going to paint a smile onto our chest. So we're going to bring our chin across to our right shoulder. We're going to return it towards the center and then take it towards the left. So we're just floating from side to side. Notice how it changes the stretch, changes the energy down the spine as we paint that circle. Releasing any tension. Last time, just on this side. And then return that chin towards the center. Release, bring that head back. We're going to take our arms, we're going to float those hands forward. Exhaling, lower them back down. Again, let's inhale, float those arms forward. Exhaling, lower. Again, just flowing with your breath. Your arms are just light like a feather. If you want to, we can stay there or we can reach our arms up above the head. Exhaling, lower them down. So when we take our arms up above the head, bring that belly button in towards the spine. So engage those abdominal muscles a little bit more. Keep that nice neutral spine. Now if you want to add, we can add a little bend in the knees and reach up as we inhale. Exhale as we hinge forward. Inhaling, reach up. So exhale, start to bend through those knees. Check are those toes still in line or our knees still facing forward. Lovely. Beautiful. One more time. And then we're going to reach those arms up at that top point. We're going to turn our palms towards the front. So we circle those arms around those shoulders, go back into their pockets. And let's reverse. Inhaling. Reach up towards the sky. Sorry, you can't see my hands. The palms are towards the front. Exhaling, lower them down and slide. Again, let's inhale. We can get a nice bend in the knee. Reach our gaze. Can follow the hands if that's appropriate for you. Exhale, let's bend through the knees. We're going to bring those arms in front. Inhale, let's reach, extend up. Gaze can float as well if that's appropriate for you. Exhale, let's bring those arms in front. One more time. Inhale and lift. Exhale in front. So we can stay with this, or as we inhale when we lift, next time we're going to bring our hands behind you as we exhale, crossing them over. So again, inhale and reach. Exhale, open through that chest. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. From here, we're just going to place those hands onto the back. Shoulders are back and down. So from here, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together and release. So squeeze the shoulders. So we're using the muscles in between those shoulder blades to allow our shoulders to open through that chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lovely. Squeeze and release. Lovely. One more time. Squeeze those shoulder blades. From here, we're going to create our hands into little fists, and we're just going to massage into our lower back. So we're just going to get that blood flow to the lower back, releasing any tension. Lovely. Beautiful. From here, let's release the hands, and again we're just going to float those arms in front. So our palms are going to be facing towards each other, fingertips in line, and we're going to take our right elbow back just like we're coming into a bow and arrow, and then we're going to lengthen it nice and long. So again, bring the opposite one back as we create a bow and arrow, and lengthen the arm in front. Lovely. So just rotating from side to side. So you've got that nice rotation in that middle part of our spines. So we exhale as we allow ourselves to twist and the muscles relax, and we inhale as we lengthen. Just complete this one more time, just on each side. Take a nice deep breath. Lovely. Keeping those hands reaching in front. We're going to bring our hands together. We're going to interlock through those hands, and we're just going to circle through the wrists to bring them back. Lovely. Just release any tension into those hands. And then from here, we're going to release through the hands. We're going to bring the palms together. The thumbs are going to press onto that chest bone. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. Remember, nice soft bend into those knees. Toes are still in line. That chin's on its windowsill. We're going to take that in breath in the center. Exhale, let's create a nice rotation across to that right side. Inhaling back to the center. Exhale towards that opposite side. So just floating from side to side. Release that spine as we work side to side. One more time, just release through that spine. And let's release. Let's interlock those fingers again. We're going to bring the tops of the hands so they're facing towards the front. The palms are facing towards you. And we're going to drop that chin towards the chest. So you can hold it here if you want to. Or we can take those hands a little bit lower so we separate through those shoulder blades. Our gaze is still through the legs. We allow gravity just to take a weight of our upper body and to our arms. And we can hold it here. If you want to, we're going to bring those arms forward and back. So we feel that stretch in between our shoulder blades. So we bring the arms forward and back. Forward. We can hold it in one area as well if you feel like one area needs a little bit more love. Stretch through those shoulder blades. And then we're going to bend through the knees, tuck that tailbone under, and we're going to roll yourself back up vertebrae by vertebrae. Release through the hands again, those shoulder blades go into their imaginary pockets as that gaze lifts nice and slow. Circle those shoulders around again. Just take that nice deep breath. We're going to reach our right arm up towards the sky. We're going to create a little side bend through the side and return to center, opposite side. Let's take that in breath. Let's reach towards the sky. Exhale, create that nice side bend. Lovely. So inhaling as we reach and we open up through that ribcage. Exhale as we take nice side bend as our muscles allow you to relax as we float from side to side. Last time, just on each side. And reach. Exhaling low. Lovely. And relax. We're just going to have a little look at our feet. So we're going to use our arches to help us lift. So we're going to lift through the arches and you'll feel your toes almost kind of press a little bit into the mat, and then we're going to release them down. So we're going to lift through the arches, so strengthening the muscles, strengthening the ligaments and the tendons into the feet, and relax. So we're using them to help us lift. So it's really good to do this because if we have problems with our feet, we put in insoles and things like that. But that just treats it. Doesn't actually help strengthen it and solve it. It just gives it that level of support. So it's good just to activate those arches, activate those feet, remind those feet that we do love them. Lovely. And release. So we're going to lift through the toes. We're going to spread the toes and we're just going to place them down one by one, create that nice space within to those feet. Lovely. So nice soft bend into those knees. We've got that nice posture, shoulders down, gaze is forward. And we're just going to lift our right heel off away from the ground and drop it down. Opposite side, we're going to lift through the heel and drop. So just working from side to side. Our knees are still facing forward. We're still opening through that chest as we rock from side to side, stretching out through those feet. Lovely. Just one more time, just on each side. Lovely. And from here, we can take those feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm just going to show you from the side. We're going to come back into a little bit of a squat. Also, you can have the wall or near you if you want to, or a chair. And we're just going to bring our bum back. Our arms can float forward into that squat position. And exhale, let's lift yourself up. Again, let's lower yourself down as we inhale. Let's exhale, push through the feet and lift up. Again, let's go down. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. Now from here, we can stay with that. We can hold onto a wall, or we put the two movements together. So we can lift the right heel off away from the ground, and we're going to lower yourself down and lift. Again, we can hold onto the wall or onto a chair as we lower and lift as well, or we can keep both feet flat on the ground. Last time with that. Heel lifted and place it down. Let's go opposite side. So engage through the core. It's okay if we wobble. We challenge that core and our ankle stability. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. Last time. Lovely. Lower. Exhale, lift. And just walk through those heels. Release any tension into those heels. Lovely. So again, just bring those feet in hip width apart, hands onto the hips. We're just going to circle those hips around. Release any tension into those hips. Lovely. And let's change the direction. Circle those hips around. Beautiful. Lovely. We're going to bring our hands down towards our knees, and again, same thing. So we can have our feet and our knees hip width apart. We can bring them also together as we just create that nice circle into those knees. It's up to you what you would like to do. And let's change the direction. Relaxing through those legs. Lovely. One more time. And let's release. We're going to bring that chin towards the chest. We're going to roll yourself up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, shoulders go back. Open through that chest. And let's take an in-breath. Reach those arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, circle them round. We're going to come towards the edges of our mats. I'll do this way. Edges of our mats. And we're going to take an in-breath. And as we exhale, we're going to drop that chin towards the chest. If you've got high blood pressure, keep it up. Just keep the chin towards the chest. Or if not, we can roll ourselves down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice soft bend into those knees. Gazes through the legs. See how the spine feels. See how the legs feel. Just notice how far you go. It doesn't matter how far you get. We could be onto the shins, onto the ground, the feet. Just see how your body feels. Just relax the back, relax the hamstrings. And then at that bottom point, we're going to tuck that tailbone under. And again, we're going to roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled. Those shoulders go back into their imaginary pockets, and that head's that last thing to lift as we circle around. One more time, and we're going to walk out into all fours. So really separate each bone one at a time. We take that in breath as we exhale. We drop the chin towards the chest. Roll yourself down again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Really slow, really controlled. Gaze through the legs. Nice and soft. Bend through those knees at that bottom point. And then we're going to walk our hands out into an all 4-point kneeling position. So lovely. From here, we're going to check are our wrists in line with our shoulders, or our knees in line with our hips. If it's a lot onto the hands, onto the wrists, we can make thumbs up shapes as well. and place ourselves thumbs up so we're onto the fists. And again, if it's a lot onto the knees, we can wrap the mat also around a couple of times and do the same thing. Or we can do this exercise standing as well if that's better for you. We want those inner creases in the elbows as well to be facing towards each other. So we're going to start our first round and the tops of our feet are going to be onto the ground, and we're going to look at our spine. So we're going to tuck that tailbone under. So tuck that bottom bone of the spine under, and bone by bone we're going to arch the back up towards the sky. We feel the shoulder blades separate, chin towards the chest. And then we come through as we inhale. We squeeze those shoulder blades together. We bring the tummy towards the ground as the gaze goes up and the tailbone goes up. From here, for the next round, we're going to tuck those toes under. So we're going to energize through those feet. As we tuck that tailbone under, we arch the back bone by bone towards the sky. Chin comes towards the chest. Press into those shoulder blades. From here, let's reverse the movement. Bring the tummy towards the ground. Shoulder blades together. Gaze goes up. Head lifts. We take that in breath. Lovely. Let's relax the tops of the feet onto the ground this time. And again, as we exhale, we tuck the tailbone under. Our chin comes towards the chest as we arch the back towards the sky. Movements isolated towards the spine. So our arms and our legs are stationary, and we bring yourself through. Gaze goes up. Lovely. One more time. We tuck those toes under, we energize through those feet, and we bring yourself up. Arch that back. See if you can be really slow, really controlled. See if you can get that little bit further. And then let's bring yourself through. Tummy towards the ground. Gaze goes up towards the sky. And let's return to that nice long neutral position. So if I was to place a tray of champagne glasses onto your back, be nice and long, you wouldn't spill a drop. And we're just going to relax through the feet, tops of the toes come onto the ground. And then from here, we're going to bring our bum back towards our heels. And we're just going to walk our hands out in front of you into that child's pose. Make sure that your knees are wide enough that we can really bring our bum back so we can take that nice deep breath in to our rib cage. Gaze is through. The arms and our forehead can go down onto the ground as we take that nice deep breath. From here, if you want to, we can walk our hands across towards the right side. And then from here, if you want to, we can place our left hand onto our right hand. And then stretch through that side of the body. Just take that nice deep breath. Knees are still wide enough that that rib cage can expand. We can get that nice deep breath. Lovely. And from here, let's take our hands, let's walk them across towards the opposite side. And this time our right can come onto our left side. We stretch through that side of the body. Again, if this isn't appropriate, we can keep our hands still into the middle. It's up to you. Just take that nice deep breath. Let everything else go. And let's walk those hands back to the center, and we're just going to walk those hands into that kneeling position, and we're just going to circle those shoulders around. Lovely. Just open it out through that chest, create that nice deep breath. Lovely. And let's place those hands down. We're just going to come on into a seated position. So onto a seated position, just bringing yourself around, just in your own time. We're going to have our feet in line with our knees. So we want our second toe to be in line with our knees. And we're going to be onto our sit bones. So we're going to be nice and long. Shoulders are going to be back and down. And we're just going to wrap our hands around the backs of our legs, shoulders back. So from here, we're going to take an in-breath and we're going to bring that belly button in towards the spine. But we're going to allow the spine to slightly C-shape first. So as we exhale, our spine slightly C-shapes, our abdominal muscles, our tummy muscles take over as we roll yourself back. Now toes are still onto the ground. Then we take that in-breath at the bottom and we allow ourselves to lift up into that nice long length. And again, let's allow the spine to C-shape. The abdominal muscles are going to take over as we roll ourselves back again. Toes are onto the ground. And let's roll yourself up. So you can stay with this if you want to, or we can reach those arms out in front. Again, allow that spine to C-shape. We roll ourselves back. You choose how far. Engage through that core. We lift. We can keep the hands in front, or we can reach them up towards the sky. It's up to you. And again, let's roll yourself back. Engage that core. Let's lift up. Take that inhale, expand that breath. One more time. Spine C-shapes, abdominal muscles take over. We roll back. And lift up towards the sky. From here, we're going to cross our legs, one on top of the other. We're going to wrap our arms around the legs, press through the shoulder blades. Let's separate through the shoulder blades, chin towards the chest. Just take a nice deep breath. Everything go. Lovely, and release. Let's extend through those legs. So you're going to be sitting onto those sit bones. So you can also sit onto a block as well, or if you have a cushion or something, or a wrapped up towel as well, we can sit onto that, and that also might help with lengthening through the spine. And from here, we're going to have a little look at our feet. So our arms are just going to gently rest by the side so our shoulders can be back and down. And we're going to point the toes and bring them back up to the sky. Again, we're going to point the toes and bring them up to the sky. So just getting that little bit of flexibility through our feet whilst we're strengthening that spine, we're strengthening that core to keep that nice alignment. Point and flex. You can also do one at a time as well if that's better for you today. One more time like this. Lovely. And let's keep our toes towards the sky. We're going to use our inner thighs and our legs to help us bring the toes out towards the side and return to center. So you're going to bring the feet out towards the side, just like you're bringing them into a kind of frog-like position as you take them to the side. And return. So again, keep activating through those toes that are towards the sky. When we return, that second toe's in line with the knee. One more time, just like this. Beautiful. From here, still sitting onto our sit bones. Release through the hands. We take an inhale. We're going to reach up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to float yourself forward. Hands come towards the legs. Still stretching through the feet. Feet toes are towards the sky. Relax through those hamstrings. Take a nice deep breath. Elbows nice and soft. And just let everything else go. Lovely. And release. Let's walk those hands back. We're going to have our arms behind you. You're going to walk them back. You can also bend the feet. And we're going to roll onto our backs. So we're going to have our ankles in line with our knees. And our knees are going to be in line with our hips. So we're opening through our chest. Nice and long so we can keep that nice deep breath. That tailbone, that bottom bone of the spine is on the ground. Length through the tummy, length through the spine. Now we're going to hinge from the right hip. So we're going to hinge and we're going to lift that toe off away, that foot off away from the ground of that right side, and we're going to lower it down. We're going to take it to the left side. So we're going to lift, we're going to hinge from the hips, and lower. So imagine that you've got eggshells underneath that supporting foot as we lift and lower down. So we're really activating through that core. You choose how high you lift the leg and lower it down. So really engage through the core, hinge from those hips. The slower you do the movement, the more control you have, the more you're going to feel it. Keep opening out through that chest, gaze towards the sky as we hinge and lower. Lovely, one more time. Lift through that right foot, left is nice and soft. Remember those eggshells. And opposite side. Lovely. We're going to release, we're going to take those arms out nice and wide. Sorry, I can't really take that arm wide. So we're going to bring those knees, those thighs together. Shoulder blades are back and down. We're going to take an in-breath in the center, and as we exhale, we're going to drop our knees across to the right side. Shoulders are still onto the ground. And engage through the core to return to center. And then we're going to take the knees across towards that opposite side. So just relaxing through that spine from side to side. Our gaze can drop to the opposite side that the knees drop to, if that's appropriate for you, as we just rock from side to side. Just release any tension into the spine. Rock from side to side. One more time, just release any tension into that spine. Lovely. And release. Return to that center point. Release through those arms. Bring them down by the sides of the body. And then we're going to bring our feet, so again, they're hip width apart, our knees are in line, and we're just going to start with some little pelvis tucks. So we're going to tilt through the pelvis, tilt through the hips, and our lower back is going to kind of press into the mat, and then we're going to release it down. So again, we're going to engage through the core, and we're going to tilt through the hips, and our lower back will just slightly massage into the back. So we've taken, engaging through the core, we're tilting the tailbone, and a release. Lovely. So you can stay with this, or keeping those knees in line. We're going to mobilize through vertebrae by vertebrae. So we're going to tuck that tailbone under, and we're going to roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. Remember that chin's on a windowsill, gaze is up. So the weight is then between the feet and the shoulders. The neck is nice and soft. The knees are still in line, and we're activating through those glutes, those bum muscles in those ski slope position. And then we're going to roll yourself back down again, vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled, until that tailbone relaxes onto the ground. And again, taking that in-breath, engage the core, roll yourself up really slow, really controlled. Keep that nice balance into the body. Take a nice deep breath. And roll yourself back down. Beautiful. One more time, just like this, in your own time, your own tempo. Really see if you can separate bone by bone, or just notice where the spine wants to clump together as well. Make sure the neck is nice and soft. Squeeze those glutes. And lower yourself back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and controlled as we release. We're going to bring one knee in towards the chest, allow the other one to join, and just rock yourself from side to side. Release any tension into the spine. And let's release. Let's place one foot down and then the other. And just like we did into our warm-up, we're going to take an in-breath in the center. Exhale, let's turn our gaze across to the right side. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, let's drop our gaze across to the other side. Relax through that neck. Release any tension. As we work from side to side, shoulders are still back and down. One more time. Lovely. Last time. And then return to that center point. Find yourself an extra layer or a blanket or just that comfortable position. We can extend our legs along the ground or be seated in a chair, in the sofa. It's up to you. It's just open through those hands. You can close those eyes if you want to. And just take that nice deep breath. Just notice how your breath feels. Notice how it floats in and out. Just let everything else go. Just use that breath just to relax the whole body. Notice how that exhale softens the body, releases any tension, just calms the mind. Use that exhale to relax the whole body. Use the exhale to relax the face, the muscles around the eyes, the jaw. Allow the shoulders to relax. The spine to release. Allow the tummy to gently rise and fall. Use the exhale to relax the arms, the elbows right through to the fingers. Relax the hips, the thighs, the knees, right through to the ankles and the toes. Let everything else go. Then just gently notice your inhale. Notice how that inhale starts to energize your body. That inhale brings that positive, fresh energy to your muscles. And just use that inhale to flow all the way through your body. And then gently use that inhale to start to wiggle those toes, wiggle the fingers. Energize your body. And from here, we take that next inhale and we can reach those fingertips up towards the sky. Exhaling, lower them down by the sides of the body. Again, inhaling, reach those fingertips up towards the sky, light just like a feather, and lower them down. So you can stay with this, or we can reach those arms up above the head, full body stretch right from the toes through to the fingers, and lower them down. Again, inhaling, let's reach those arms up above the head. Deepen that breath, stretch through that body. Exhaling, lower. Lovely. And let's take those arms out towards the side. We're going to slide our right foot in. We slide our left foot in. We glue those knees, those thighs together, and we take an inhale, and as we exhale we drop our knees towards the right side. Our gaze can float to the left. We return back to the center and rotate towards the opposite side. Just relax through the spine, wake up the spine once more. Checking that nice long alignment through the spine. And then the next time our knees drop across to the right side, we're just going to allow our whole body to float to the right side as well. Just give yourself a second just to adjust onto that right side. Keep that nice deep breath. Allow that blood flow, the heart just to adjust. And then gently just bring yourself to a seated position just in your own time. And then from here, just find yourself a comfortable position. Legs can be wide, extended, crossed, kneeling or in a chair. It's up to you. And we're just going to circle the shoulders round. Open through that chest. Lovely. From here, we're going to bring our hands together, create that nice warm, positive energy. And we're going to take that positive energy, we're going to tap down the shoulder, through to the arm, down the arm, through to the hand. Stimulate those muscles, stimulate those tendons, ligaments. Taking it across the chest. Wake up your body one more time. Just energizing your body with each inhale. We're going to take it down the sides of the body, through to the hip. We can massage into the hip. We'll carry on with the chest. Massage into the legs. Make that nice flow. Opposite side, massage into the knee. Lovely. That nice blood flow around the body. Lovely. We're going to bring those hands together and again create that nice warm positive energy. And we're going to place that positive energy onto our forehead and give kindness to our thoughts. Place that positive energy onto our lips and give kindness to your words. And then place that positive energy onto your heart. Just give kindness to yourself and thank your body for everything that it's done today. And namaste. And very good job. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, any questions or anything you'd like to ask, just let me know. And have a wonderful day. Hope you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more mobile and a little bit more chilled. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day.